Why am I doing this? And do I really want to keep doing this? I feel like everything is just stuck in the mud. I feel like I'm pushing a loaded dump truck uphill. Nothing is going right. Hello my YouTube friends! Today I want to walk you through the process that I try to do monthly, but the end of the year is always the big one. That process is the evaluation of how things are going. And to be honest, it's not just the channel, but it's all aspects of life. Now you've heard it a million times in a million different places from a million different people. You gotta have your goals and they should be written down. I don't think I'm reinventing the wheel when I tell you that, but almost no one ever really tells you why that's important. And there are a couple of reasons. One, it helps you to really narrow down what you want to achieve so you can break it into really simple steps. And number two, it forces you to really think about what you want. What makes the year-end evaluation so difficult is that it's also when you really reflect on what goals you did or didn't achieve for the whole entire year. But more importantly, you have to try to analyze why that is. Now, failure is a part of life, and if we never actually failed, the times that we succeed, well, they wouldn't feel anywhere near as good. But really looking at what we did wrong in an objective way is the hardest thing that we ever have to do. Some people are too hard on themselves and others never really take any blame internally. And neither of these extremes are healthy at all. Now, when I look at what my expectations were for this year and where we actually ended up at in the end, the best word that I can come up with is disappointment. Now I know there are a lot of people out there who are struggling to get their channels rolling, who hear me say that and they're like, how could you complain about having nearly 200,000 subscribers and all these views? Well, I was one of those struggling to get traction 2 years ago, so I said the same thing about videos like this. It's like, man, I'd like to struggle with that. But believe me when I tell you, the struggle never ends. It just evolves. And after a month or two like the ones we've ended this year with, I find myself saying, why am I doing this? And do I really want to keep doing this? Nothing is going right. And that's why it's so important to do these evaluations. That disappointment I'm feeling is not the actual reality. When I actually look at the numbers, we had a better year than last year in every measurable area. Proof that sometimes we can be our own worst enemy. But that got me thinking, why am I so disappointed with such a great year? And what that boils down to is expectations. See, we expect that when we reach milestones, things are gonna be different. But the reality is they may be different, but the obstacles are never any easier. So the end of year review is meant to quantify all of the facts and realign and simplify the processes that managed to grow or evolve over the last year. It's also meant to refocus on things that really matter since everything evolves over a year, and the important things last year might not be the same things this year, and for me, they definitely aren't. Last year, I had a lot of revenue-driven goals because it was the first year that the channel was big enough to even consider these things. But after a year on that goal set, I realized that I set up those systems completely wrong, and I just made things more difficult to manage. And I also noticed that goals I'd exceeded on have very specific target tasks that I wrote out to reach each one of them. And the ones that fell short were really pretty vague. This year, I have 3 main areas of focus: growth for the business, content growth, and knowledge growth. All those goals are focused around one central mission statement, and that is to provide entertaining and educational content that helps people become better live streamers. Pretty simple. So for business growth, I want to create products and services that can help others achieve their content or live streaming goals. I would love to hear your suggestions on this, but I was thinking overlays, stingers, alerts, and other aspects of streaming that my viewers struggle with. I also have some ideas on potential courses for live streaming and YouTube growth that have been in the back burner for a while, and I really plan to explore that this year. Now for content growth, I think I need to shake things up a bit. Everything has gotten really formulaic. I plan to push the streaming envelope a bit this year, but also freshen up the content A completely new studio setup with multiple angles and places to more easily illustrate points of the video, as well as taking more personal control of the editing process to make it more engaging and dynamic. I may even add a new host or two to the channel this year, and I think you're really gonna love it. Knowledge growth is my personal favorite. I love to learn new things, and a lot of times this is where the most time is spent on the content. Experimenting and figuring things out that I can pass on to viewers is the best thing that I get to do. So this year, I want to expand my live streaming knowledge quite a bit. We are going to mix in more audio hardware and processing knowledge, and that's because I'm really behind the 8 ball on that sort of stuff. I also want to learn some new skills that can be integrated into streaming and content creation. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time with Blender and virtual set production in Unreal Engine. I really hope to bring simple production elements that you can use on your streams with these expanded skills. Plus, Blender is just cool and fun to use, and it's free, so why not? Now, I just kind of skimmed over stuff here, but I assure you that everything I'm talking about here is documented, and each goal has a specific set of tasks that I want to work towards to achieve it. I really hope this video gets you to write down your goals and the steps that you need to do to actually reach it. Now, I know without mine from last year, I would have felt that this year was a complete failure, but as it turned out, I accomplished almost 80% of my goals. And you hit 0% of the goals that you don't set. At least I think that's what they say. It really does work, and the perspective alone is worth the effort. If you want to see how you can get more viewers to tune into your live streams, you should check this video out right here. Big thanks to the sponsors that support this channel. You can find their links in the description down below under the heading sponsors. I couldn't possibly do this without them or you, so thanks. And if you're always looking for tools, tips, and tricks to help make you a better live streamer or YouTuber, subscribe to the channel. My name is Michael Feyrer Jr. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.